I believe that, as long as there is plenty, poverty is evil. As long as poverty, injustice and gross inequality exist in the world, none of us can truly exist. Extreme poverty anywhere is a threat to human security everywhere. Poverty is like punishment for a crime you didn't commit. Poverty is the parent of revolution and crime. These days there is a lot of poverty in the world, and that's a scandal when we have so many riches and resources to give to everyone. We all have to think about how we can become a little poorer. You can't get rid of poverty by giving people money. There are many reasons why vulnerable young people join militant groups, but among them are poverty and ignorance. Wars of nations are fought to change maps, but wars of poverty are fought to map change. We cannot afford to spend millions and millions over nuclear arms when there is poverty and unemployment all around us. The world is very different now. For man holds in his mortal hands the power to abolish all forms of poverty and all forms of human life. A rich, robust, well-resourced public education is one of the best routes out of poverty and a pathway to prosperity. The belief that the world is getting worse, that we can't solve extreme poverty and disease, isn't just mistaken. It is harmful. Poverty is a very complicated issue, but feeding a child isn't. Wars of nations are fought to change maps, but wars of poverty are fought to map change. Where you live should not determine whether you live or whether you die. Overcoming poverty is not a gesture of charity. It is an act of justice. It is the protection of a fundamental human right, the right to dignity and a decent life. Worrying about bills, food, or other problems leaves less capacity to think ahead or to exert self-discipline. So, poverty imposes a mental tax. A rich, robust, well-resourced public education is one of the best routes out of poverty and a pathway to prosperity. The only way to have a better world and end poverty is by closing the gap between the top and the bottom.